If you pair these two tips with what I'm about to show you on Friday's video, you will take your clear coat from a 7 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. So for those of you who saw my post that I made earlier in the week, you know that I am gonna be releasing probably the most useful clear coat video that anybody could ask for. And we're gonna be covering in that video something that nobody talks about. And I will give you guys a little hint of what that's gonna be in this video. But before that video comes out, I felt like it would only be appropriate for me to mention these two things that can have a really large impact on how your clear coat finish looks. So right now, we're just laying our final coat of color on here. And then after this, I'm gonna take you guys in the mixing room and I'm going to give you a little hint on what Friday's video is gonna be about. And after that, we'll get back in the booth and I'll go over these two tips that I have for you guys. We're gonna spray one panel how I normally would spray it, and we're gonna spray the other panel how somebody would spray it if they weren't aware of these two things, and what a huge difference it makes in the finish of your clear coat. Also, for just a little additional bonus of entertainment, I'm gonna clear this one with the drizzle with the 1.5 cap and tip on it. So that should be fun. Hopefully this doesn't turn into another how to fix or run part 2 video. All right, you guys ready for the hint on Friday's video? If you know what I'm about to show you, comment it down below. Okay, now before I show this to you guys, this is one part of 2 parts to the method, or not the method, the trick that I'm gonna show you guys on Friday's video. So if you know what this is and what it measures, then you can probably figure out what the second part of this trick, tip, whatever you want to call it, is. All you have to know is what this is and what affects the thing that this measures. And you'll know exactly what Friday's video is going to entail. With that being said, and without further ado, it's time to lay some clear with the 1.5 on a drizzle and show you guys 2 things that will have a huge impact on the finish of your clear. Okay, we're back in the booth. We got our clear in the gun. So, the 2 things are speed and distance from the panel. So, to give you guys a beautiful example, I'm gonna spray this panel 2 inches further and a little slower than I normally would, and this panel I'm gonna shoot how I normally would, both coats, and we're gonna examine the difference between coats. And the only thing that we're gonna change between panels is speed and distance. The gun settings are gonna stay exactly the same. Okay, that's our first coat. I shot it a little faster and a little further back than I normally would. Now this panel, I'm gonna shoot the normal way I spray. Now, let's see the difference. Okay, so after the first coat, if we look at our fender, it's got a lot of texture and it's got some dry spots also. You see here, really textury, really dry, right? If we look at our door, We don't have any dry spots after our first coat, any textury dry spots, I should say. There might be a dry patch here or there, but overall, the panel does look much smoother. You can kind of see here in the light, if you compare that texture to this texture. This has probably only got about maybe 15% more texture, but when we apply the second coat the same way, further back and faster, and then apply our second coat how we normally would, you're gonna see more of a difference in the finish, especially in the texture.
Okay, so in an effort to make the differences more apparent, I'm gonna get a little dramatic here and pull the gun back even further and move even faster. Now let's shoot the other one exactly how I would normally spray. And let's check the difference out.
Before we go back in there and check out the difference on the second coat, I want to talk about why exactly your speed and distance can have such an impact on the finish of your clear coat. The main reason is when you're holding that gun far back, or one of the main reasons, when you're holding the gun far back and you're moving very fast, you're not giving the clear an opportunity to build. So whatever texture you have after your first coat, if you spray your second coat the same way, fast and far back, rather than your clear building thickness, which is what gives the panel depth and clarity, you're kind of just laying another thin layer on top of a thin layer, and you're also not giving an opportunity for your second coat to melt into your first and flatten out, which is why it's going to have a lot of texture. So let's go in there and let's check out the difference that the distance and the speed made as a finished result. Although I am going to put a third coat on it, and I'll show you guys that as well, so you can see it only takes one coat to build the thickness of that clear and to straighten out any dryness that you may have. Because at the end of the day, if you apply 5 coats how we did on that fender is going to look the same. It's never going to look better. Okay, here's our fender after those 2 coats. You can see the texture has not improved at all. Not a absolutely horrendous finish, but unacceptable to say the least, right? So we applied 2 coats on both panels, same clear, same settings on the gun. The only difference was this one was sprayed further back and faster. Now let's look at this panel here. Look at how much this second coat flattened that panel out. This is beautiful texture, ready to go out the door. So you see, not messing with any of your settings on the gun, you're reducing the clear, nothing. The only thing we changed was speed and distance from the panel. Now we're gonna clear this fender how I normally would, and you guys are gonna see that it will only take 1 coat to straighten this out.
Okay, here we go. This is our third coat now. We're gonna spray this how we would normally apply our coats of clear. Okay, I mean, you can already see how much better it's gotten, but we're gonna let it flash off, give it a few minutes to flow out while I throw a third coat on everything else, and then we'll check out how much better that panel looks now.
Okay, we gave everything in here a few minutes to flash off. Let's check out what a difference moving our gun a little closer and moving just a touch slower. It's night and day, the difference in the finish. Now, this isn't something that you'll be able to go in the booth and just move your gun closer and move slower and you're gonna have beautiful paint, and you're not gonna have to adjust anything else. This is gonna take practice. If you try moving your gun closer and moving slower, you're gonna get a lot of runs at first. But you live, you learn, and you adjust. And you can see this panel that we sprayed how we normally would from start to finish. Just looks, it looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I mean, between this panel compared to that panel, you saw the difference in the finish after 2 coats. And then when we sprayed this one with the correct distance and speed, the difference is night and day. And that only took 1 coat to straighten out. Everything else came out beautiful. That's gonna be it for this one, guys. I appreciate you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, got any value out of it, please consider like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe. Friday's video is gonna be sick. With that being said, guys, peace.